Steel City Live. Sorry for the delay. Been a busy day. Didn't get to do my afternoon blitz. It's just been one thing after another. So normal life has taken control a little bit. So yeah, again, sorry for the delay here. But we are live. We are here. Steel City Live, only on Mic Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason. As always, make sure you're crushing that like button. Make sure you're sending the show out into the YouTube algorithm. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what the hell you are waiting for. And if you're not watching it now, you can watch it later. What's up, Za? Yeah, I think it may be a little bit too early. They got to sign the kid first before, they go and make any type of bold statement. I know Jerry's pretty connected to the team, so I trust what he has to say about the football team. But it's a little too early. We're going to talk about George Pickens possibly shutting down some trade rumors. This guy's just a fucking idiot, guys. I hate to say it. He's a gifted athlete, but he's just stupid. But he did do one thing today that I thought was pretty cool. He called out some of the guys that are just clickbait type people, man. And that's all they are out there for. And they're using his name for that clickbait. Yeah, I put in his title today, but I'm not acting like he's going to get traded. I'm not acting like any of that shit. Is that a possibility? I don't know. And nobody really truly knows. But I'm, people out there, he's calling them out. Like, hey, quit saying I'm getting traded and giving these scenarios when I'm not getting traded just for clicks. And I agree with that. I still think the guy's a fucking idiot. I still think that he's a bad teammate. I still think that they should trade him now to get value for him. That's just my personal opinion. However, I don't believe in the clickbait shit either. So, Nick Steelers, what's up? Yeah, a lot of people will say that, no doubt about it. A lot of people will say, hey, don't trade him, don't do that. What's up, Downtown? What's up, Froggy? What's up, Baklava Boy? What's up, Luke Cage 777? What's up, Froggy? Oh, I already said what's up to you. What's up, Joel? Luke says, did you see Russ in the McAfee show? No, I did not watch that yet. Again, my day has been absolutely busy as shit, man. So I haven't been able to do much of anything in terms of watching people. What's up, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights? Baklava Dixon Mays here, Ireland's biggest Steeler fan. Well, welcome, Baklava. Appreciate you for joining us from Ireland. Appreciate that very much so. You have the Dan Rooney, man, ambassador in Ireland. Not anymore, but, before he passed away. That was, that's pretty cool. So I hope there's a lot of fans over there in Ireland for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Joel, I have a feeling he won't actually go anywhere, but it's going to be a huge talking point. Yeah, it's going to be a huge talking point considering the Pittsburgh Steelers have one major target. His name is George Pickens. However, George Pickens doesn't provide what a number one wide receiver should provide to a football team. He lacks, I call it integrity, character in terms of being a leader on a football team. He doesn't possess those qualities. Yes, he's an extremely gifted athlete, but there's a lot of other variables that come into play if you're going to be one of the top dogs on an NFL roster, and he ain't that guy. He's a guy that causes disruption. He's the exact opposite of what you would want as a number one wide receiver. He fits one category only. Amazing athlete. But can you stand the bullshit? That's the real question. Yeah, he should come to Baltimore, man. There you go, Froggy. You get that. Let's keep going. Joel, we did that. Downtown says, bring in Debo to have a sit down with Mr. 14 and see what he'll say after that. You know what? I find him, honestly, Downtown, I think this guy's so cocky and so stupid that nothing would faze this guy. I really, truly believe that. Nothing would faze him. I think nothing makes him listen to anybody. I really, truly don't. I don't like Zay Flowers enough, Froggy. I think he's a gifted athlete also, but I wouldn't trade GP for him. I think GP's better athletically. How is he in the locker room? I don't know about Zay Flowers in your locker room over there in Baltimore. That's something, Noah Qualls, we haven't replaced D. Johnson yet. How are we going to trade GP? We really won't have an offense. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Noah, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But that's what the offseason's for, making moves, rebuilding things, taking those leaps that you might necessarily be uncomfortable taking that move. When you're talking about it, it might make you uncomfortable as a fan. But that's what it's all about in the offseason, making those big, solid moves that provide a jump for your football team. What's up, Anthony? Epic. What's up, Sean? Zah says, like it up, fellas. Absolutely, guys. Double tap that screen. Send us out into that YouTube algorithm here on Mike Drop Sports. I even put we were around the inauguration, so I put a hashtag Trump in there. Why? It's the inauguration. President's in. So I did do that. So I'll probably get scolded by YouTube for saying that, so I probably shouldn't say that. But I just thought it was fitting. Hey, might as well. That's what's going on right now. Downtown. Froggy says, Zay Flowers is a fan favorite, even though he isn't as good as GP. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how he is in the locker room or anything. I think he's a gifted talent, no doubt about that, Froggy. Downtown, not to mention that other teams have picked up our other receivers, and that has proven not to be worth dealing with Pittsburgh for a draft pick. Yeah, I mean, if you're going by trends, absolutely. You know, AB didn't work out. Deontay didn't work out. You know, all those guys didn't work out. Santonio did with the Jets. You know, that worked out for Emmanuel Sanders, worked out with the Broncos. There's been some track records of wide receivers working out. Jose Carmona with the super chat early. 4 more teams left. Who do you got? I got the Buffalo Bills, Jose. Thank you for the super chat. Truly, truly appreciate that, my friend. Thank you very much. But I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. I think it is the Buffalo Bills season. I think it is that time for the Buffalo Bills to finally get over the hump. Finally kiss that sticky Lombardi and doing confetti snow angels, man. I just feel it. I feel it. I don't know why, but I really, really do. I think they have an excellent shot at defeating the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. All right, guys, double tap that screen. Appreciate that super chat from Jose to get the show kicked off in the right direction. As always, we're trying to chase 100 likes here on the live stream. Let's get that done as we try to do that every single night. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. This is the best place to be for live chat each and every single day. Austin Gosel. Let me find Austin again. There we are. What about Tyreek Hill? I just feel like as years pass by, Tyreek just becomes less and less of a commodity that I would want to pay, tens of millions of dollars to. You know what I mean? I still think he's a quality guy, but what do you got to give up? What do you got to pay him? That's the real question, man. And do you even have a quarterback to throw to this guy? That's a thing, too, that everybody needs to realize. Before we even go any further with any type of wide receiver talk this offseason, you got to have somebody to get him the football. You know what I mean? Why go out there and pay a star-studded wide receiver room hundreds of millions of dollars, collectively, if you're really ramping this thing up and giving guys big deals over a long-term period of time, securing guys for 2 to 4 years, really beefing that wide receiver up and giving a quarterback weapons. You got to have somebody in that quarterback room that's going to be a monster, that's going to be able to get the ball to him, take advantage of having those weapons. Nothing would irk me more than to see the Steelers go out and invest major amounts of money, have a heavy financial burden put on the team in that wide receiver room, and not have a quarterback to get him the football, or a quarterback that Tomlin wouldn't be comfortable with, and the Steelers literally just do their ground and pound bullshit and waste that money. That would irritate the living fuck out of me, my friends. It would drive me fucking crazy. Drive me fucking bonkers, dude. But it's something that could happen. Thomas Warrington, good evening. Christina, shout me out. There you go. I just shouted you out. Luke Cage 777. GP for Garrett Wilson and whatever else. I think I'd take Garrett Wilson, dude. I would. This would be my ideal thing. Trade GP, get a pick, get a solid player for him in return. Hopefully in the wide receiver department, or a lineman, or a guy for a nose tackle would work too. I'd take a nose tackle. It doesn't have to be a wide receiver. I'd love to go out and get T. Higgins and trade for a guy like Garrett Wilson. Imagine having Calvin Austin, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson to lead your wide receiver room, and then fill it out with guys like Ben Skoranek, guys like that. That would be tough, my friends. Real tough for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, if you can manage to hold on to a talent like GP and you add those guys too, that would be absolutely amazing. But it is what it is. You can't have it all. Let's keep going. Let's celebrate. Also, I wanted to absolutely thank Jose. That was 10th. 10th. It says 10th super on a live stream. So thank you for supporting creators out there, Jose. That was your 10th super on live streams. Appreciate that, man. Plant-based brother, go Bengals. Zach Curry, how do you feel about the Steelers as a whole coming up into 2025? As a whole, I think it's a lost franchise right now. A franchise that lacks in the coaching department. A franchise that has holes all over the roster. A franchise that has several players that are, aging out on defense that they pay a lot of money to. Several players on defense that aren't aging out but aren't producing that they pay a lot of money to. I think that the one bright spot is you have Chris Boswell. That's always a bright spot. And I think you have a lame duck head coach that absolutely is a fucking idiot. I'm not very optimistic right now. And if I were to pick a way too early fucking prediction for the Steelers, I would say another same outcome as this year. But I don't see them leading the AFC North in any way, shape, or form during that time next season. That's just what I see right now. But again, you got to get a quarterback secured, man. That's what they got to be in priority one, man. Priority mode right now. Getting Justin Fields, in my eyes, secured for 2 years. Get yourself a way out of that second year. Load him up a bunch of money in that first year. Get him happy and give him weapons. Load that kid up, that man up with a shit ton of weapons and see what you got in Justin. See what he can do for you. If you load him up with a major amount of weapons, man, I would just like to see it one time, 1 year. Again, I wanted to see Mason with that, pay him a little bit of jingle and allow him to have all those weapons, but we didn't get to see that. I don't want to see that go by again. I have a quarterback here in my eyes that I think is the best option considering the quarterback landscape of 2025. I think it's the only rational, logical choice right now to get yourself a young, high ceiling, in my opinion, quarterback that you could really give a ton of assets to in terms of surrounding them with talent. And you're going to have a ton of cap space. You're going to have the ability to do that. And I think they should do that. All right, guys, we need you to hit the shit out of that like button here on Steel City Live. Only on Mic Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason. As always, make sure you're subscribing to the channel and also sharing the show out into the YouTube world as we continue to talk football as we are in the final round of the playoffs before the Super Bowl. We are at the conference title games. Who do you got? Commanders, Eagles, Bills, Chiefs. Who do you got? Guys? I got the Bills and I got the Commanders. I think it's Bills, Commanders, Super Bowl. I think the Bills take home the Lombardi. That's where I have it right now. I don't really have a favorite right now, Aiden 6JM. I really don't. I got to see how this roster pans out. Also, guys, I want to make sure we continue to remind everybody that once we hit 10,000 subscribers, you could have a chance to get that authentic TJ Watt jersey. That is signed. You can have a chance for that if you are a Mic Drop Mafia member. 99 cents a month. Always will be 99 cents a month. That's all it'll ever be. So make sure you are involved in that when that time comes, as we are rapidly approaching that mark. We will get there before too long, so make sure you are subscribed and you are a Mic Drop Mafia member, and you could have a chance to win something like that, which is really cool to add to your collection. No way they could lose 4 times, right? Yeah. I thought so, man, but they did. I didn't think they could, but they did, man. I think the Steelers need to keep Justin Fields. I also do. Downtown John Broadway says, I have this editorial I'd like to put on the Facebook page, if that would be okay with you, sir. It would be. Email it to me, John. MikeDropSports@yahoo.com. You can email that to me, and definitely we'll take a look at it and get it put out there. Also, somebody had emailed me the other day about doing a show, and I can't remember who it is. I'm still waiting to hear back from the person that said that they would be happy to come on, so I'm still waiting to see if that person will come on. Again, I had one person ghost me, but we'll still see if I can even get them to come on too. Maybe I'll email them again. I don't want to look like a fucking somebody that's desperate, though, because I'm not. I get good views. I get, you guys hook it up, man. So I'm not going to be desperate. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I was getting a phone call. I should have put it on Do Not Disturb. Let me do that. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry for the hiccup. I put it on Do Not Disturb. Can't hold you. Y'all got to get a QB. I don't understand that one. Hey, family. Hope you are well. That was from Ryan Stanley. Thank you. Jose Lopez. We need Mike Munchak again. Our O-line hasn't been the same since he left. Yeah, you need someone like Munch. His name comes up every year. Pat Meyer's a fucking turd. And I understand that. His name comes up, though. Munch comes up every year. I don't see Munch ever coming back. I just don't. You need somebody like him, though, definitely, Jose. Froggy Insider GP is like Jimmy Butler. Oh, shit. Where'd we go here? Where'd we go? There we are. Mr. Rooney said Mike Tomlin is not the only one to blame. What do you think about that, Jason? That's from Steve Winters. Welcome, Steve. I hope you're not too frigid in that snow down there in Myrtle Beach. That sucks. You guys are usually in the warm part of the country, but hey. What do I think about that? I think it's the owner covering up for a head coach that he is overly loyal to, and I think has another agenda on why he may keep him. I think there's other reasons involved in it, and I'm not going to speculate and sit here and list all those reasons, but I think Mr. Rooney has definitely some right to say that. I think that there are some other issues, but I think Mike Tomlin is the beginning and the end of those issues. I think that everything really stems from him. A guy that's putting a game plan out there that's so soggy and stale that it makes you fucking want to puke. A game plan that's being put out there each and every week with no adjustments. A game plan that's archaic. A lame duck coach, in my opinion, that allows certain players to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And that bothers me. And I mean, Rooney's just going to say the Rooney type things. He's going to give you the answers that are expected. And that's what all these people do, guys. They give you the answers that are expected. But you know what? We can sit here and we can talk about what the real answers are. And they're not going to give us the real answers. Rooney's not going to give us the real answers. He has no need to. He knows that we're going to consume his product regardless of the product that he puts out there. It could be absolute dog shit and he's still going to make a bunch of money and it doesn't really fucking matter. I mean, honestly, they know that. We know that. And it's just, it is what it is at this point with Mike Tomlin. Austin Goswell, I think it will be Buffalo Bills and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Joel Oswald, there are a ton of veteran wide receivers going into free agency. If T. Higgins isn't available, should they go for a guy like D-Hop or Amari Cooper? I've heard both players linked to the Steelers, no doubt about it. D-Hop currently playing with the Chiefs. Amari Cooper in Buffalo. You're going to have to look at every team that they're currently on in terms of their salary cap issues. Are they going to have available salary cap? How much did that player contribute to that team that year or this year? Will that team go after them heavily? Because typically guys like to stay in place if they can. And what are the Steelers theoretically going to be able to offer or willing to offer somebody, if you look at it like a DeAndre Hopkins, that is in the absolute winter of his career, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of questions that would go into it, but I would be open to anybody, Joel. I think anybody that provides any type of an upgrade in terms of depth it's a no-brainer for me. You bring those guys in, and you get a collection of those guys, an abundance of those guys. Make it to where you have depth there at the highest level, in my opinion, especially if you're going to bring back a guy like Justin Fields. He's young. He's had issues in the past. He just started to really get his shit together a little bit here this past season with his 4-2 start, not turning the ball over, just really getting his feet underneath him. And if you're going to bring him back in, you're going to pay him any type of money, you're going to want to make sure that you arm him with a bunch of weapons, and depth is going to be key. So I'm up for anybody that provides any type of depth value to the Pittsburgh Steelers at the wide receiver position. What's up, Allison? Robert Road, what is up in the chat? With only 1 year left on his contract, doesn't run on half the routes. If another wide receiver is the first read for the quarterback, sometimes blocks, not always, and he is immature. Second round, but third for Pickens at best. I agree with everything there, guys. What Robert said about George Pickens. I mean, it characterizes him to the T. It's a window into what you're getting when you pay $130 million to this guy. You know what I mean? Why do it? A guy that is lazy, a guy that doesn't run on half his routes, doesn't block half the time, if ever. A guy that is just fucking selfish, man. A guy that doesn't show up on time. A guy that I just don't want to have in the building. I don't want the headaches, man. If I'm Mike Tomlin, he's not that good to put up with the bullshit. I'm sorry, he's not. I think he is an amazing ball player, a phenomenal wide receiver. But if you don't got all factors of your game together, I can't make you the number one on a roster no matter how gifted you are. Sometimes you got to do the risk-reward analysis. And again, with 1 year remaining on his deal, you got to get rid of him now. If you're going to have any type of chance to get anything of significant value for him, it's now. But George said it's just clickbait. He isn't going anywhere. I think it's a bad move by the Steelers. I think it's another wrong decision by Mike Tomlin and company. It's just my opinion, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Regis, trade for GP for draft picks. Steve Winters, Mel Kiper draft to the Steelers has us taking the Ohio State wide receiver, not Smith, the other guy, forget his name. That's from Steve Winters. I know, Steve, I think you just started joining us not too long ago. I don't know if you know my thoughts on Mel Kiper. I think he is absolute dog shit. I listen to nothing that Mel Kiper says. He is 99.9% wrong and inaccurate in his assessments. He's 99.9% wrong with who he thinks people are going to draft. I just am not a Mel Kiper fan. I think he is the worst analyst on ESPN at any level. Well, if Joy Taylor's on ESPN, I think she would probably be ranked up there too. But I just think he is just so wrong year after year. I don't know how he became so famous. I mean, is it for his stupid look, that stupid hair and shit? Maybe that's the case, but I think they take a wide receiver. I'm not sure where that is in the draft. Again, I'm going to have to really prioritize everything in terms of their depth. Value at those picks, where they're going to be picking before I really make an assessment on where I think they will go. I knew they were going tackle last year in the first round. I didn't know who, though. I knew they had to get a center. Those things like that, you got to take into all those considerations because the Steelers aren't the Steelers of old in the draft anymore. They're foolish right now. They don't draft for best player available. They draft out of necessity, positional need, and that isn't how you got to draft, man. It's a broken philosophy to do it that way. So, yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I do think they take a wide receiver, but I'm not sure where that is. And I think a lot of that is going to come into, again, I got to break it down more, Steve, before I really say where I think they'll go. All right, guys. We need more of you to hit that like button, double tap that screen. It's absolutely free to hit the like button. All you got to do is double tap your screen or hit 3 little white dots up in the right-hand corner of your screen. That will bring down that like bar. Make sure you do it. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and share the show. I truly appreciate it. And thanks again for joining us each and every night. Brandon the Brand. How does it feel to get embarrassed on national TV and quit by the save team you told me can't beat the shitters? Woo, Brandon, buddy, proofread your comments, my friend. But, dude, the Ravens have only beat the Steelers 3 times since 2020. I do hope you understand that. I'm just saying, man. Picking the Ravens every time to beat the Steelers, of course you're going to be right every once in a while. Actually, I picked the Steelers to lose, but I didn't think they were going to lose. I thought that they would be able to pull it out because you know what? Statistics told me they were going to be able to pull it out, at least theoretically. That's what I thought was going to happen by the numbers, but it didn't happen. They did quit. I didn't get embarrassed on national TV, Brandon, because I'm not that involved in the football team, my friend. Jason didn't get embarrassed on national TV. Of course, you get one thing right, and all of a sudden you're going to say, oh my God, I know everything. You told me this. Dude, I'm wrong a fucking shit ton, my friend. I'm human. I don't know everything at all. I never claimed to. Jason is wrong often, and I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. But you know what? I'm man enough to also say when I'm right. And I told you what the Steelers' record was going to be. I thought they would get a playoff win. I was wrong about that. But you know what? You can't be right about everything, man. Jay, bring in Rodgers. Get T. Higgins. Draft a running back at number 7, 2025. Jay, bringing in Aaron Rodgers would be the fucking stupidest thing in the entire world that the Pittsburgh Steelers could do. Bringing in a quarterback that is fucking ancient, that plays like shit in my opinion. Yeah, he threw, whatever. I don't care about the stats. He's not a decent guy either. He's a fucking conceited asshole. Like, do you really want that in your locker room? I don't. No, anything for clicks. Robert Road, I love to eat plant-based foods, especially cows. Me too. Allison Thies, I think the Steelers are like the Birds. We're with Sandy Reid, it just has ran its course. Oh, you're talking, okay, I know you're talking about. Allison's saying about Andy Reid, it just ran its course with the Philadelphia Eagles. And again, yeah, I think we're in the same predicament with Mike Tomlin. I definitely believe that. Justin is a dual threat quarterback. That's from Robert Guy. Well, thank you. Thank you for that info, brother. Allison, Andy, yes, I got you. Austin Gosel, it would be cool to see Jair Alexander on the Steelers. Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome, man. Brandon the Beard, I'm just repeating what he said. Ha, 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 ha. Hey, man, I'm happy for you. You were right. Brandon the Brand. He's the brand. Brandon the Brand was right. You were right, Brandon. Fuck, you were right. God damn. I'm coming to you for all my sports. I'm coming to you, man. Give me your picks each and every week. Commies or Eagles? I'm going to go Commies. Allison, Eagles versus Bills. I think so. Brexend. I hope that's Commanders and Bills. Zach Curry, if Josh Allen doesn't pull through, it'd be Mahomes in my opinion. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Anthony LFG Russ laid off Milkman. Russell Wilson ruined you guys. Anthony, is Russ the future? Brandon the Brand. Nobody wants to talk Steelers. Then why are you here, bro? Thank you for the views, though. I appreciate you. I thank you. Nobody ever wants to talk Steelers. Just repeating what he said. I was right. I love internet tough guys. You know what I mean? They're just tough on the internet, They're just sitting here smashing their fucking keyboard or typing on there. You imagine if that's your life? You know what I mean? That's your existence. What's up? Yes, I said that too, Sean. People like Brandon get flags on the play, man. He gets a 15-yard penalty, not for saying, well, yeah, for saying stupid shit, for just being a genuine douchebag. You know what I mean? Instead of coming in and having conversation like a good adult would, a solid adult, somebody that, has a little bit of intelligence behind them, just to come in, talk about what what went down or whatever comments were made before, have a real conversation about it, have some real things that they can back what they say, just not say dumb shit over and over and use emojis over and over. It's like, come in with something better, Brandon. Brandon the brand. I hope I give you a bunch of free shout outs there, buddy. Lucas, I saw you yesterday. Thank you, Lucas. Where'd you see me, man? Here on Mike Drop Sports or out and about? Danny George, what's up? Happy life. I think this guy's a Ravens fan. Ha, ha, ha. I love trolling. Well, I'm glad you troll. I am so glad people have that kind of time on their hands. I don't know where you get all the time, but I am happier than hell that you get all that time. Ice Lime Productions. Do you think the Steelers should start Justin Fields next season? They got to sign him first, guys. Anthony, Deion Sanders is now the Dallas Cowboys head coach. I don't believe so. Steve Winters, laugh aloud. 5 inches of snow, my friend. 16 degrees tonight. Not fucking used to. I bet you're not, man. I bet you're not. There's about freaking 15 inches out there laying on the ground in my front yard. We'll give you Andrews for him. Who? Mark Andrews? I'd take Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews didn't lose that game against the Bills, guys. Your fucking quarterback did with a pick and a fucking fumble. I mean, let's be honest about it. That's what lost the Ravens that game. That's just me. I'd be living if we let Justin go. That's from Ice Line Productions. Nathaniel with the emojis. Love it. Brandon DeBrand. You got to be delusional to think top free agent wide receivers want to play for the Steelers. You don't listen to this show, Brandon. You don't listen to this show, but yet you come in here and you make fucking dumb comments. If you listen to this show, you would know Jason has said the same thing over. You act like I don't know some of these things or that I'm actually glossing over them. No, you don't listen to the entire conversation. So you come in and you have bits and pieces, smart-ass comments to make. Listen, my friend. Open your ears. That's what's wrong with your generation of people. You don't fucking listen. That's your problem. Jonathan, Miami Dolphins forever. Jacoby, Pickens is mentally insane. Yes, I agree. Ed, I heard you all interested in Darnold 5-year deal. Yeah, whatever clickbait shit you heard that from, I wouldn't do it. Why go out there after a quarterback that showed you his colors in the playoffs with a good fucking team? The Steelers don't got a team like fucking Minnesota. What do you think Sam Darnold's going to do with that? I'm just saying, if Omar Khan's doing that type of shit, I mean, I don't know. 5-year deal for Sam Darnold, a guy that plays one fucking good season, and it was a regular season and stumbled in the last 2 games when he played quality opponents. Okay, what are we looking at here? Yeah, bro, Steelers going to pay Darnold? No. Guys, don't click on all the clickbait, guys. Come to reliable places that give you the news when it actually happens. Don't click on shit and talk. All it is hypothetical what ifs. That's all. There ain't no news behind this stuff. Evoke FX, opinions on the other AFC North teams. I think the Bengals are just a poorly run franchise. I think they are, just one of those franchises that are perpetually just bad because I think their front office ownership group is fucking stupid. The Cleveland Browns, stupid front office staff. The Baltimore Ravens, solid franchise. They're going to be competitive, but they'll never win a Super Bowl or any big game as long as they have a quarterback that they pay $52 million to that isn't going to win big games. I mean, it proves me right every year. I don't know what else to say. It's the truth. Steelers, they are in football hell right now. They have Mike Tomlin, the world's biggest fucking clown show, at the head coaching position as the head man. Steve Winters, I miss Hines Ward so bad. Yes, me too, dude. I miss that type of player with that character, that integrity, that will, that fight, that want to punch you in the mouth type player. I miss that so bad, Steve. All right, guys, double tap that screen, hit that like button for us here on Steel City Live, only on Mic Drop Sports. As always, we're here live each and every day. Make sure you're subscribing to the show. I need those like buttons to get smashed here, guys. Let's get to 100 likes here pretty quick. We got stupid people in the chat like Brandon the Beard. He's making quality entertainment for you guys by saying dumb shit. So, yeah, keep on watching, man. It's fun. Mel Kiper looks like a substitute teacher. Yeah, he looks like a child predator, if you ask me. He looks like a weirdo, man. Mel Kiper is probably the most annoying person in sports, next to Joy Taylor. You know who else is annoying? I hate to say it. And I'm just spitting truth. I don't care anymore. I used to try to, like I always say, I don't know, some of you probably heard this. I used to try to tiptoe around ever talking shit about anybody that's associated or like works for Pittsburgh Steelers or Pittsburgh sports. I used to always be like real conservative with my opinions because, like, you know, you don't want to burn bridges or anything. You might ever see it if you do this type of stuff. You may down the road. I'm not saying that I would, but you never know. You just try to prepare for the future. But you know what? As of late, I don't ever care. And honestly, why do the Steelers employ Missy Matthews? Like, why? That lady's on there literally regurgitating everything Mike Tomlin says in his press conference. That's all she ever says is, well, Mike says we want volunteers, not hot. It's just always something Mike Tomlin says. That's all she ever refers to on there. Never really gives any football insight. Like, I'm not sure of why they even employ people like that. It just makes you wonder, man. And I'm not hating. Like, I'm glad she got a job, but man, they could do so much better. Bring in somebody that has some football smarts or football knowledge. You know what I mean? That's just all I'm saying. Just don't bring in another pretty face, you know? That I don't get that. Do we have that many perverts in the world that, you know, that sells? I don't understand it. If I'm watching football, if I'm turning on football or talking football, I want to be able to talk football. I don't want to hear regurgitated shit from Mike Tomlin. I hear enough of his word salad weekly. I don't want to hear more of it. Nicholas asks, you think the Ravens will be competitive next year? Yeah, absolutely. I think the Ravens are always going to be competitive year in, year out. You know, they're always going to be competitive. It's just the way the franchise is built, you know. Again, they'll never, ever win a Super Bowl, in my opinion, with Lamar Jackson. Steelers also showing interest in Kirk Cousins. Where you guys hear all this, bro? I don't know where you all hear this stuff. I don't click on the clickbait shit because I know which ones they are. You know what I mean? I don't click on it on Twitter. I don't click on it on YouTube. Like, there are very few reputable places you could go to. The Steelers, I don't. Why, again, would you bring in Kirk Cousins that you got to pay a fucking bag to, who's old, when you have Justin Fields that you could pay $15 to $20 million per season, probably, maybe even less, I don't know, and have a guy with an upside, a guy that's young, a guy that you're not paying fucking $100 million contract to come play, that sucks. I mean, I just don't know. Do you guys really think Omar Khan's that bad? Is that the opinion you guys have? Because honestly, some of the things that we're talking about here, the Steelers showing interest in Kirk Cousins, I could sit here every day and make the most clickbait fucking titles in the planet, dude, and get mad views off of it. I know I could. I could sit there and say, Pittsburgh Steelers showing interest in Kirk Cousins. People would flock to it because people love clickbait. Pittsburgh Steelers showing interest in Sam Darnold, 5-year deal. People would come. They would flock, dude. I could do that every day. I mean, if that's what people are looking for, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should be all about making money on here. Because, you know, hey, maybe that's the way to go. Ravens are always competitive, one of the best divisions in the NFL. Yeah, I think it is. Steve Winter says, I didn't know you felt that way about Mel Kiper. No, it's okay, Steve. Do not get. Hey, no, you're allowed to talk about him, bro. I just wanted to tell you how I felt about him because I knew you were new. Like, I knew you hadn't been listening that long. It's all good, man. You're allowed to say whatever the hell you want here. John Doe, Myko, Steelers suck. Zaw Curry, give him a flag. Nicholas Garland, y'all should sign Mac Jones next. Yeah, Mac's a stud, bro. You just want us to lose, Nicholas. What's up, Inger? Tom Ford, Aaron Rodgers seems very arrogant. Zaw Curry, probably 25 minutes. Froggy Insider, where are you at, man? Shit. Where am I at? All right, there we go. I think I found it. All right, Froggy, we'll see, bro. Zaw, about 720 was Steve Pickering. Art 2 is not going to trade a cheap high-end player. He surely isn't going into free agency to pay a top wide receiver. Oh, Steve, there's Steve. You're one of them negative guys. I forgot. I haven't heard you in a while, Steve. I haven't seen you in a while. You're one of them negative commenters that drag me down. You're telling the truth. You're not lying. I mean, I understand it, but man, the negativity constantly. How could you be a fan of the football team if that's how you root for them? You know what I mean? Whew. And I'm hard on him, man. It's every one. No, he dispelled it, Tom. What's up, Tom Ford? He dispelled it, is what I put in the show title. He said, look, it's clickbait. You know, I'm not going anywhere, which I think it's stupid. The Steelers should trade him. Scotty the Haughty 9. Oh, he's talking to somebody. Dude made one statement and Buddy got offended. Who are you talking to, Buddy? Now, I'm never offended. I just tell the truth. You know, again, that's another thing that's wrong with the generation of people that are coming up. They act like, you know, everybody's offended. Everybody got all these super feelings. The feelings police are always out there. No, Jason tells the truth. I tell you how it is. I don't care about your feelings. I don't give a fuck if you get mad. I don't care if you're sad. None of that shit. Like when we're talking football. Personal stuff, yeah, I'm a little sympathetic with shit like that. And if you're a good person, definitely I'm sympathetic. But idiots and stupid things that are said, I'm going to spout right back. And I'm going to give the truth. And I'm going to say what it is, man. And that hurts a lot of people's feelings in today's world. A lot of people don't like that. All right, guys, double tap that screen, hit that like button. I need some more, like 6 more people hit that like button real quick. Get us up to 40 as we are trying to hit 100, as we always try to hit that during our live streams here on Steel City Live. Big rumors that Tyreek is going to the Ravens. Please, I'm begging, stay away from the Patriots. Yeah, I don't know, man. These rumor mills, man, that are going around, guys, believe about probably 1/8 of what you're seeing out there. I'm being honest with you. Believe about 1/8 of what you're seeing. Again, most of them are for clicks, man. Guys, I'm warning you. Don't fall for it all. Pick a couple people that give you steady, reliable news as it's really happening. Not speculation, not hypotheticals, not giving you far-fetched scenarios to get your hopes up about that they'll probably never happen. Just try to stay away from them and then find yourself a few good people that you trust, you know, give you solid, truthful shit, and then piece all that together, and then you'll get the truth. And the truth's usually somewhere in the middle. Let's go Chiefs. My dad knows Eric DaCosta. We don't. Eric DaCosta. Oh, okay. Cage Combat. Nobody hates the Chiefs more than me in this chat. Kevo, Sam Darnold will be a better fit for the Steelers than Justin Fields or Russell Wilson. Nicholas says, Brandon, it's the offseason. We can be cordial. Yeah, we can always be cordial. I just say the truth, you know, again. Austin, I hear rumors about TJ Watt going to the Green Bay Packers. Clickbait, bro. Clickbait. Content hat, Kevin. Oh. King Kodak Steelers. Sorry, ASF. As fuck. None. Ravens Nation. B-Boy Bros, what do you think it's going to be in the Super Bowl? Bills and Commanders. Steelers was good this year, though. Nicholas, I'm just kidding. Commanders for a Super Bowl. No chance a rookie wins the Super Bowl. Never know, man. There's always a chance. Austin, do you think Dak could be a quarterback? He's leaving the Cowboys. I think Dak Prescott's damaged goods, if you ask me, guys. I just don't think he's that guy either, you know? He's a guy that you're not going to win a title with on the roster either, you know? Why pay all this big money to guys you know aren't going to win Super Bowls? And I understand this is a very quarterback-driven league. You got to have a guy. But why just get a guy to be okay? I'd rather suffer and get a top draft pick and keep taking my chances. Robert Rowe, Dion turned down the Cowboys and he got the number 1 rated high school quarterback in the nation coming in this year. He is staying in Colorado. That's from Robert Rowe. Daniel Warman, Sam Darnold is like signing Andy Dalton. A waste of big money. Agreed, man. Steve Winters, Sam Darnold, he's a fucking train wreck, really. Yeah, facts from Scotty Hottie, B-Boy Chiefs. James, we need like 3 first-round picks. Yeah, Steelers need a bunch. Nicholas, y'all should just keep Russ. No one else available that you guys could get. Justin, I think Justin's going to... I think that would be the move. Why pay Russ all that money? Tome Reader says, Saints are better off than you fools. Why do people, like, just... I don't understand it. Like, you fools. You assholes. I don't get it, man. Yes, Chris Collinsworth is horrible, James. Robert Rowe, Dak isn't leaving the Cowboys this coming season. His new $60 million deal, dollar per year contract starts. Yeah, that's a lot of money, man. Jamie says, I like the old Pittsburgh Steelers. Steve Pickering, Pickens is the only weapon the Steelers. I wouldn't unless my season was over at the trade deadline. I'm looking at big picture. I'm looking at value. I'm looking at everything. I don't care if he's the only weapon, but when you don't play 90% of the snaps, you're a half-ass fucking player, low character, low IQ, real stupid, doesn't even know what the term optimistic means. He's that dumb. And I know people wanted to make a big deal about that again. He just didn't know the word. He was that stupid. He's a guy of low character, again, that doesn't even fucking give his all. What do you want him on the roster for, dude? For 2-3 big plays a year? Whoopee fucking shit. I just don't get it, man. I want guys of high character and intelligence, man. I don't want stupid fucking idiots that are just super athletes that you gotta fucking babysit. I want men in that building that fucking give a shit, that want to come out each and every day and work their ass off to be successful. I don't want these crybaby diva fucking child, that's coming into your building at fucking 23, 24 years old. Like, I don't want to babysit a 20-something-year-old dude. I'm sorry, man. You're in the NFL. You want millions of dollars to be a fucking jackass and pout and be late, take plays off, cause the offense issues. When you take plays off as the number 1 wide receiver and you jog your route, you fuck everything up. You're playing the Chiefs in a big game. You were already late to the game. You fucking half-ass a play. The guy that was playing off over top of you sees that you half-ass the play. He fucking jumps the fucking route that on a ball that was put perfectly by Russell Wilson, that if George Pickens runs his routes and demands the double team, is a fucking touchdown in that game. Maybe it turns the tide. Maybe it turns the momentum. Why do you want a guy like that? It's a different league now with sports bets. Absolutely. Tom Ford, how is Mel Kiper still a sports analyst? He's constantly wrong. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Making a bunch of money to be a fuck up and have stupid looking hair. I'm Mel Kiper, and the Detroit Lions, with the first pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, are going to take this player. I guarantee it. It's what they need. Wrong. You get to the next team. This is what this team needs. They're going to draft this player. Wrong. It's like, Mel, you don't know nothing about fucking NFL football, dude. I don't even know what you're there for. Nicholas, we all know why she's got a job now. Yeah, Joy? Yeah, no shit, we all know why she's got a job. She's a pretty face, man. That's what I mean. Are football fans that big of perverts that's why they hire all these pretty faces that don't know what the fuck they're talking about? I mean, I don't know. I don't mind women being up there. I like the girls that are out there that know exactly what they're talking about. And there are many of them. They might not be as pretty as Joy Taylor or some of the other ones, but you know what? They know what the fuck they're talking about. And I'm cool with those chicks being up there. Come on up, talk. Because you know the program. You know what's going on. But you got guys or people like Joy Taylor that are fucking woke and shit that act like fucking dumbasses up there, man. Take your woke ass, take your fucking woke, broke ass, and go fucking somewhere else, man. She's not broke financially. I'm just talking broke as a person. She's broke, dude. Broken. Pin that comment. Mike Tomlin needs to go. I have to pin it from here, man, and I ain't going back through there and looking for it, bro. Robert Rowe, Jason, that is why Missy is there. She says what she is told to say. Absolutely, Robert. Thank you. She is there because she's a pretty face. She does exactly what she's told to do. She doesn't question the Steelers. She regurgitates the Mike Tomlin bullshit, props him up onto a fucking pedestal. Yeah, that's why she's there. No doubt, dude. No doubt. Shit, where'd I go? Steve Winters, what do you think about Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator from Detroit, going to his team, the Jets? I would like to have some of these gifted minds, some of these innovative minds on the Steelers, no doubt about that. Yeah, I hate to see other teams get better. Mr. Stiller fan, Arthur Smith is staying, and that is positive news for Justin Fields. Fields has never had the same offense and offensive coordinator in back-to-back years. That's huge. They don't have him signed, though, Mr. Steeler fan. That's the biggest thing, guys. You got to get this guy signed before we can talk all this stuff. Nicholas, I think Justin could be solid, too. Always did. Browns will win it all. Browns have the fucking worst ownership ever, bro. They make the dumbest deals ever, bro. They had a team that was on the rise. Baker Mayfield on the rise. Getting it done. Still getting it done down in Tampa. And they threw that away for a freaking pervert and paid him a deal that everybody in the league laughed at, that it was stupid. Yeah, Browns will win it all, bro. Nicholas, you think Russ will be expensive? What's market for him look like? I'd say 30, 35. Bob, what do you think it would take for Tomlin to be fired? He could literally walk into Art Rooney's office, pull down his pants, whip out his hairy ass, take a shit on Art Rooney's desk, and he'd still be employed. That should tell you something. I mean, the man's fucked up so much. Anybody else besides Mike Tomlin is fired. I don't care if you're working for the Steelers or not. Anybody with the performance of Mike Tomlin is fired minutes after this, especially this last playoff loss. If y'all don't like Pickens, that sucks too. From outside perspective, what's going on into the numbers, I thought he was good. He is good. He is good, but he fucking is low character, low IQ. That's his issue. Pickens will likely be traded, and I don't want draft picks. I want a player for player like Deontay Johnson trade earlier this offseason. I'm taking anything that makes the team better. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't want draft picks when high-value draft capital gets the job done, baby. You can make some things happen there. Yeah, player for player is going to be tough with that. I hope the Ravens extend Derrick Henry after his historical season he just had, and he's just already great by himself. They better extend him anyway, or I'm going to lose my shit. We need Henry. Yeah, but you know what? You got Lamar. You ain't going to win a championship. And Derrick Henry's not a spring chicken. I'm just saying, Lamar is Lamar. If you're going to chase Lombardis, I think you got to figure something out. I think you got to figure out a way to make Lamar able to win Lombardi trophies, and I don't know how you do that. I don't. Viking Jerome, Steelers should get Sam Darnold. No thanks. Mr. Steeler fan, I like Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and Jackson Smith, and Jigba, and DJ Moore. I like all those players too, man. Browns are better, first rounder. Browns are better, first rounder. Oh my God, dude. The pain. The pain. All right, guys, I need 7 more of you to hit that like button to get to 50 likes here on the live stream. Let's get up there. It's absolutely free to hit that like button. Send us out to that YouTube algorithm. We truly appreciate it here on Steel City Live. Only on Mike Drop Sports. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribing to the best channel in all of YouTube, in my opinion. So make sure you do that. Froggy Insider, the Browns suck. Yeah, absolutely. Browns better. I love it. World's dumbest comment is when you come in and say this simply in the chat. Chiefs better. Browns better. Bengals better. World's dumbest, man. Ryan Stanley, if there's a trade offer for George and they get a 3rd rounder, I think you have to pull the trigger. If it were me, I would use my cap space to address quarterback and the trenches, wide receiver and cornerback in the draft. Yeah, let's be honest, guys. They have to get a nose tackle. That's a necessity. I think they can do that relatively easily. And they have to secure the quarterback position. And I think you do that with Justin Fields if you can get him signed. But if I'm Justin Fields, I don't know if I want to come back to an Arthur Smith offense that's micromanaged by the world's shittiest head coach, Mike Tomlin. That's just my opinion. I don't want to come into a season knowing that literally all I'm going to do is run, punt. Run, pass, punt. Run, punt. That's the sequence of plays on a consistent basis. Mike Miller, what's up? Steelers Nation, George Pickens needs a pacifier. He does, Mike. Feel the steel. Clean the Steeler locker room, period. Feel the steel, darn it, now. Feel the damn steel, baby. John says, trade Pickens. We need receivers, not drama. Yo, we got to go eat. All right, bro. See you, man. Enjoy your meal. Nicholas Garland, her makeup artist, said she was sleeping with the hosts and execs. Which one, Joy? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Oh, ever since Miami Radio. Yeah, Cruz Melvin, we need to trade Pickens. He has no fundamentals. He is more interested in making highlight catch. Give me a Hines Ward or a Larry Fitzgerald type receiver who catches everything. Amen. And will go block somebody and punch somebody in the mouth. That's what I'm talking about. No doubt, Mike Miller. John Gamrod, where the hell was our defense the last 5 games? Yeah, highest paid. Where was it? Mike Tomlin leaned on him. That was his team. That was his unit. He rather put the game on the defense than give the ball to the offense and let them make mistakes. That's what he says. Mr. Stiller fan, we need a dynamic running back. I doubt we can get Ashton Genty because it sounds like Dallas wants him. However, if he is there after Cowboys in the 1st round, then trade up and get this man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I saw how he played against some good competition, and I wasn't very impressed. I think he's good, but man, I don't know. I don't know if I trade up for Ashton Genty. Steve Winters, what do you think about Todd McShay? He's okay. He's just real conceited. He's okay, though. He's right way more than Male, Steve. Zachary Prettyman, is George Pickens the new Antonio Brown? No, he's I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not down for him. Cruz, George Pickens couldn't hold Antonio Brown's jockstrap. Yeah, you're right. John, they are in talks with Wilson. Dumb. Guys, they may be. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's tons of clickbait, and I don't know how you guys know some of this stuff that you're saying. That's what I mean. And a lot of people are acting like it's like, this is it. This is truth. I'm not sure who you're getting some of this from. I'm just saying, man. Mr. Steeler fan, why are they ignoring the running back position? Is this Arthur Smith offense? Running back is a major key to success. It's why he had so much success with King Henry and the Titans. We need a running back. You have a running back. You have a running back. Jaylen Warren is very good, but got minimal work. Get rid of Najee. Get rid of Patterson. Bring in another guy, which you can find. You don't got to use high-value draft capital at the running back position. You can find guys undrafted. You can find them. You can find them, guys. You don't got to pay a ton for it. You don't got to put over a crazy amount into it, and you can find it. Find guys that fit the zone run scheme. Make it simple. Oh, I know he's bad, bro. I mean, I don't watch some of this stuff. Why? Because it's the same bullshit, dude. I don't give a fuck what Art Rooney got to say at the end of the season. Because it's the same fucking shit that he said the last season, and the season before, and the season before, and the season before, and the season before. It's the same shit. What the fuck do I need to listen to it again for? I clearly don't need to listen to it. I can see with my own two eyes what's the fucking problems. What's up, Ellie? Steve Winters, why do you guys keep comparing Pickens to Antonio Brown? Antonio was a great player until he got concussions. He wasn't that way for the first 4 years. He was on the Steelers. No, Steve, I got to correct you on that one. He was. They hit it pretty well. If you hear his teammates talk, Ryan Clark in particular will say it too. Antonio Brown was off the rails before a lot of this shit happened. Once it started coming to the forefront and everybody started to see it, that's when everybody jumped on it, right? But no, even Ryan Clark warned the Pittsburgh Steelers. He went in and warned them, like, hey, when you pay this guy, it's going to go fucking kaboom. Like, he warned them. But he was an exceptional talent, He caught everything. He made shit happen, man. Made shit happen in a big way. Thanks, John Beverly, Justin is the new quarterback for the future. Mason, Pickens is a crybaby. Nicholas, AB was so cold. Stay humble. Justin ain't the answer. Mr. Steeler fan, Arthur wants Fields in his offense. We know this, and I think we will see Justin back in the black and gold. Nicholas, I wish Rashard Bateman was more like AB. Draft Scattaboo from John. Bro, Lamar will win a Super Bowl. I promise you. Nah, man. I mean, hey, have hope. It's your team, You should have hope in your players and your team, man. That's the team you root for, Zach Curry in a different dimension. Yeah, it's an alternate universe. All right, I need 2 more of you to double tap that screen real quick. Get me up to 50 likes. I'd appreciate it. 2 more people. Light that like button up real fast here for us. What Super Bowl do you want to see? I don't care to see any of them, really. I don't care. But I think it'll be Bills Commanders because I think I'm more of a Jaden Daniels fan than anything. Isaiah, do you think we should trade Justin? He's not under contract. You can't trade him, Isaiah. Pickens is a crybaby for Mason. Yeah, don't put it in there more than once. We'll get to your chat. You don't got to type it in there 500 times. Mr. Steeler fan, Justin hasn't been in this type of atmosphere before. Tomlin is far better coach than what he was exposed to in Chicago. He needs signed right away. Get that man a playbook. Tomlin's a fucking turd, man. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's some great coach or even remotely good. Guys, you see it with your own two eyes, how vanilla the game plan. I mean, I don't got to tell you that. I'm insulting you by telling you how bad Mike Tomlin is. Roy Bates, I like the Steelers, but needs major changes to the team. I'm an Eagles fan, but I like them. Mike Miller, oh, man. All right, guys. Oh, we're at 63 minutes, guys. Sorry about that. We are over time. Sorry about that, guys. We ran out of time. But we'll be back. Tomorrow's Friday or Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. We will be back. I'll try to do better in terms of getting all the content in. Again, guys, I got a lot of family stuff going on, things of that nature. So, yeah, I'm going to do my best to continue to get to it. We will definitely have Steel City Live as we always do. I'm going to come up with some good topics ahead of the AFC Championship game, NFC Championship games this weekend, and have some good talking points. I'm kind of sick of talking about some of the same old stuff. So I'm going to bring up some good talking points for tomorrow's show, and we'll dive in. But again, thank you for all the likes. Thank you for super chats. Thank you for everybody that's subscribed. Appreciate that. And until tomorrow, man, I'm Jason. This is Mike Drop Sports and the show Steel City Live. Thank you.